I don't cry from most anime, movies, and video games.
You owe me a pizza.
Hell, the Green Mile definitely gave my heart an uppercut, but I still didn't cry. And One Piece is no exception. On one half, it's a very goofy adventure show, but on the other, it has some really depressing stories. Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of each arc in One Piece. We've now covered 9% of One Piece.
What am I doing with my life?
So grab your hot cocoa, bully a red-nosed reindeer, and get ready for a depression nap as we snowboard into Drum Island, the monster who knows medicine. Drum Island is 14 episodes and 25 chapters, making it the longest arc we've covered so far.
That won't last long.
The Straw Hats are sailing towards Alabasta, but then all of a sudden Miss Tangerine's over here falls ill.
Oh great, Nami's sick. What, are we about to spend like 14 episodes trying to find her a doctor?
Yes.
The entire crew is confused on what to do next.
Is there anyone aboard this ship with even the slightest amount of medical experience?
I put 100 times more care into preparing her meals than I do for you losers.
So that would explain my cold burger and half-empty Sprite.
The crew decide to look for a doctor to cure Nami before heading to Alabasta. God, I hate side quests. All of a sudden, it starts to snow again, and Zoro points out a strange person in the middle of the ocean. His name is Chess, and beneath his feet comes a giant ship owned by the Viking pirates. What does that even mean? The Straw Hats get raided by the crew, and the captain asks if they have an eternal pose to Drum Island.
Now I know what that mouth do.
The Straw Hats easily take down the Viking pirates, and Luffy sends Team Rocket blasting off again and continue their journey. Back on the ship, the Straw Hats check on Nami.
Come on, Nami, cheer up! Look, check this out, you're gonna love it!
That's pretty funny. That's not funny.
The crew eventually arrive at an island covered in snow. Now, going by context clues, I'm gonna assume this is Drum Island. A bunch of angry townsfolk see the Straw Hats and prepare to shoot them.
I'll only say this once. Your kind is not welcome here.
I'm gonna need you to elaborate on what you mean by that.
The townsfolk tell them to leave or they will shoot, as pirates aren't welcome. Vivi gets shot, but thanks to plot armor, the bullet only grazed her. Vivi begs the townsfolk to help get Nami a doctor. Luffy begs too, and Dalton, that's his name by the way, decides to take them to his village. Meanwhile, Zoro does some training. For the rest of the arc, the Straw Hats arrive in Bighorn and ask Dalton if a doctor can help them. Dalton mentions that the island only has one doctor, known as a crazy witch, who lives in a castle atop the mountains known as the Drum Rockies. The witch is named Dr. Kureha, who's 140 years young, and comes down to treat people whenever she feels like it.
Could you imagine having a doctor that only treats people whenever they feel like it? Doctor, please help. I have a severe bladder infection, my wife has a tumor, specifically the size of a lemon, and worst of all, my son is really into Valorant. Oh, sorry, Elden Ring just dropped, so I've been kind of busy with that lately. I can give you a call maybe,
Luffy realizes that if they want to see this doctor soon, they're gonna have to bring Nami to her by climbing the mountain. Sanji joins Luffy's party and they head out into the snowy fields to get Nami treated.
Fuck, another escort mission.
While Vivi and Usopp wait, Dalton realizes that they still have 8 minutes left into the episode, so he drops some lore by telling them about what's recently happened to Drum Island and its kingdom. Drum Kingdom used to be ruled by a terrible king named Wapol, who was the guy the Straw Hats dealt with earlier. He was a very selfish and stupid king who only cared for his own well-being. He kept 20 doctors for himself, known as the 20 MDs, and exiled the rest from the island. One day, shit went from bad to worse when Drum Kingdom was attacked by the main antagonist of the series, the Blackbeard Pirates. Wapol and his men immediately left the kingdom to avoid danger and pretended to be pirates for months until they could return. Speaking of coming back, Wapol and his men find Drum Island. Luffy and Sanji are going through the snow, but then they are attacked by a group of gorilla bunnies called the Loppins. Meanwhile, Dalton is informed that Dr. Kureha went to Kokiri Village, so they head over to inform her about the situation. When Dr. Kureha arrives, like how any normal doctor would, there's a kid over at a restaurant who's screaming and in pain because, excuse me, I'm talking. Anyways, Dr. Kureha helps the kid, takes everyone's belongings as payment, then leaves to the next village. Team Dalton shows up, but is informed that Dr. Kureha already left and is going to Gyasta, which is on the other side of the island. An injured man comes into the restaurant and tells everyone that Wapol has arrived in Drum Island and they killed a bunch of the guards. Enraged, Dalton bolts out the restaurant and heads back to Bighorn to stop Wapol. And whoa, what the hell is going on with Dalton? Dalton ate a devil fruit known as the ox fruit model bison. He can turn into a bison with 3 different forms: his human form, the animal form, and a hybrid form. This type of devil fruit is known as the furry class, zone class. In One Piece, there are 3 types of devil fruits. Zone type devil fruits, which can turn a person into a type of animal like Dalton. Logia devil fruits, which allows the user to control and become an element, like Smoker. Finally, Paramecia, which is literally just everything else that's hard to explain, like Luffy and Buggy. Back to the plot, Luffy and Sanji are still running from the Loppins. Then the Loppins create an avalanche that's heading towards Bighorn. Sanji helps Luffy escape, but he gets caught into the avalanche, so Luffy goes to find Sanji. Over at Bighorn, Wapol is causing a ruckus.
They took a sick woman up the mountain to see her doctor.
What? Really? That was a dumb idea!
Finally, somebody said it!
Thankfully, Dalton arrives to put a stop to Wapol's tyranny. Dalton gets his ass kicked, but during their fight, the avalanche takes them down. Wapol manages to get out and believes the Straw Hats must have done this, so they head up the mountain to kill them. Luffy finds Sanji, but he's knocked out. On the way, they come across a baby Loppin, whose mother is buried in the snow. Even though they did attack them, Luffy decides to help them out. Nah, he saves the mother and continues on his quest. Wapol catches up and gets ready to fight Luffy. Luffy runs away since he doesn't want either Nami or Sanji to get hurt. Thanks to Luffy's good deed for the arc, the Loppins come to help.
I know you.
Why are you having a flashback? This literally happened like 3 minutes ago. Anyways, Luffy finally arrives at the mountain, puts on his black Air Forces, and starts to climb while carrying an unconscious Sanji and a sick Nami.
They don't have, like, an elevator? I feel like we could probably cut 3 to 4 episodes from this arc if they had an elevator.
This right here is probably the 2nd or 3rd most iconic moment in this arc. It shows Luffy's determination to risk his life for his friends, willing to give up his dreams if it means his crew will live, because he knows they do the same for him. This is what makes Luffy so special, and why he deserves to be captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy makes it to the top and finds the witch's snow castle, but the snow starts to crumble. Before he falls, a strange creature saves him and takes them inside. A while later, Nami wakes up to the cutest motherfucker in all of shonen anime, Chopper, the blue-nosed reindeer.
Nobody likes you anymore!
Chopper is a blue-nosed talking reindeer who works with Dr. Kureha as her assistant. Speaking of which, Dr. Kureha comes in and tells Nami that she was bitten by a bug called the Kestia that gives you a disease known as the 5-day disease. Nami's had it for 3 days, and if she had it any longer, she would have died, causing another failed escort mission.
Can you tell me about this talking deer?
Figured you'd ask about him.
Why, yes. I feel any normal person would probably ask about the bipedal talking reindeer who's just handing them medicinal pills.
Chopper ate the human zone devil fruit, which gives him the abilities of a human.
That would literally be the worst devil fruit for any person to eat. We just lose the ability to swim. It would be like if Chopper ate the reindeer model depression fruit.
Chopper, the blue-nosed reindeer, had a very shiny nose. You would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Chopper join in any reindeer games. leaves. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, wait. Anyways, things only got worse once Chopper ate the human fruit. All the reindeer physically abused him and exiled Chopper from the group. Chopper attempted to befriend the humans in his human form, but they just saw him as another monster and tried to kill him.
Hey, Johnny, get a load of this. It's one of those transforming talking reindeers. That's pretty cool. Wait a minute, he's got a blue nose, get him!
Ever since then, Chopper's been labeled a monster by the entire island, all alone with nobody to call family or friend.
Now that you've heard his story, do you think you can heal the scar on his heart?
I'm gonna need a bigger band-aid.
Despite all that, Luffy wants Chopper to join his crew.
I just think they're neat.
Only person who truly cared for Chopper at the time was a quack doctor named Dr. Heerlook, who was Chopper's first friend and everlasting inspiration. The flashback starts with Heerlook running from Wapol's men, as this was when Wapol was trying to exile all the island's doctors. Heerlook barges into a family's home and tries to help the father, but instead is responsible for creating the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Despite how terrible of a doctor Heerlook is, he still wants to help people and dreams of saving the entire island. One day, Heerlook comes across Chopper after being attacked by the townsfolk. Chopper attacks because he thinks he's trying to kill him, but Heerlook proves that he has no intentions to harm him.
Fighting 101. If your opponent is physically superior to you, go full commando to distract them.
Chopper falls down and wakes up in Heerlook's cave. He notices some food that Heerlook left for him, and when he takes a bite, Chopper breaks down, as this is the first time anyone has shown him true kindness. And now begins Chopper's horrible internship program with Dr. Heerlook. After another unsuccessful day, Heerlook gives Chopper the iconic pink hat and tells him to bring it back someday once he's become a great pirate. Wait a minute! Heerlook tells Chopper the story of a thief who was slowly dying from an incurable disease. One day, the thief saw a mountain of cherry blossoms, and when he went to the doctor, he said that his illness was completely cured. And so, Heerlook wants to do the same for the people of Drum Island, to make cherry blossoms bloom in the snowy mountains for all to see. Even though he's failed horribly for 30 years, he's determined to fight for his belief that no disease is uncurable. He'll work hard just like the pirates do out at sea, and the pirate flag is a symbol of that belief.
This idiot's been doing this for 30 years. Just go get some seeds. They have a bunch over at Home Depot.
A few days later, Chopper is finally healed from his injuries, and out of left field, Heerlook tells Chopper to leave him alone and never come back. Chopper tries to persuade him, but Heerlook uses force to make Chopper leave. Heerlook goes to Dr. Kreha coughing up blood. We learn that he was that sick thief the story was about, and he now only has 10 days left to live. He didn't want Chopper to know about it.
Telling him would literally be better than trying to shoot him.
Despite all of this, Heerlook is going to continue to accomplish his dreams before he dies, to show Chopper that nothing is impossible as long as you try. Chopper overheard the conversation between Heerlook and Kureha. He goes into Heerlook's cave to see if there's something that could cure his illness. Chopper reads about a special mushroom that is said to help the Quack, so he goes in search of it. Meanwhile, Heerlook works on his invention. During his quest, Chopper meets his old reindeer pack, and the leader attacks Chopper like he's late on rent or got a D in science class. AP chemistry is really hard, Mom! Chopper eventually comes back to visit Heerlook with the mushroom, bloodied and broken, but with a smile, as he knows that the doctor will now be saved. Then Heerlook embraces him with open arms and apologizes. After Heerlook drinks the medicine, he notices that his invention has finally started to work. So he goes to tell Dr. Kreha the news and leaves Chopper at home while his wounds heal. Heerlook tells Dr. Kreha about what he's done and asks her to finish it for him and look after Chopper as her student. Angry and confused by the random request, Dr. Kreha kicks Heerlook out. Word gets out that Wapol's 20 MDs have all gone sick, and Heerlook goes to the castle to save them. Dr. Kureha visits Heerlook's cave to ask where he went. Chopper tells Kureha about how he healed him with the special mushroom.
Teach me
KO! Apparently, Chopper accidentally gave Heerlook a poisonous mushroom called the Amudake. If you eat it, you'll die in less than a day.
That's right. there was a skull next to the picture of the Amyodaki mushroom. And doctor said he got better. There's no way he'll die.
Hirlook arrives at the castle and asks to see the 20 MDs so he can save them. Unfortunately, this was a trap by Wapol to lure out him and Dr. Kureha. All the doctors are completely fine and Wapol's guards prepare to shoot him.
What?
Instead of being sad or angry, Hirlook is relieved that nobody was actually sick and is glad that it was just a trap. As Hirlook slowly dies, we get the most iconic monologue in the entire arc, if not the whole saga.
When do you think a person dies? When a bullet from a pistol pierces his heart?
Yeah, a gun will kill you.
When he's attacked by an incurable disease?
Well, if it's an uncurable disease, you can't really do anything about it, so yeah.
When he eats a soup of deadly poisonous mushrooms?
Okay, that last one was oddly specific, but yeah.
As Hirlook starts to bleed out, he decides to drink a liquefied bomb so that way Chopper isn't responsible for his death. He gives one final toast goodbye and dies. Farewell, you old quack. Chopper comes by at the last second, and as Wapol laughs at Hirlook's demise, Chopper puts on some 3 days grace and goes to attack Wapol, but Dalton stops him. Dalton tells Chopper how he was moved by Hirlook's speech and is sorry they laughed at him. He tells Chopper not to waste his life for this country, and so Chopper leaves. Chopper then waves Hirlook's flag and begs Dr. Kureha to teach him how to become a doctor that can cure any illness. What was once Hirlook's dream is now Chopper's dream.
If you cried, you're a bitch.
Back in the present, Chopper warns Dr. Kureha that Wapol has arrived at the castle.
Who are you?
Dr. Kureha tells Wapol to leave, as he's not the king anymore. But Wapol refuses, of course. Luffy comes barging in and starts throwing hands. Sadly, that doesn't work, and the fight continues. Wapol unveils the powers of the Munch Munch fruit. He can eat anything and then transform his body into what he's eaten within the last 24 hours. My strange addictions hire this man. Wapol goes full cannibal and eats his two subordinates to create a low-budget DBZ fusion of the two, known as Chess Marimo. Wapol notices Hirlook's pirate flag and tries to shoot it down, but Luffy blocks it just in time. Even though Luffy has no idea about Chopper's past, he understands the sentimental value of a pirate flag and promises that he won't let anyone destroy it. Chopper and Chess Marimo's battle commences. Chopper eats a yellow candy known as a Rumble Ball, which enhances his Zone Devil Fruit powers. Normally, a Zone type user only has 3 forms. With the Rumble Ball, Chopper has access to 7 forms: Brain Point, Walk Point, Heavy Point, Jump Point, Guard Point, which is adorable as fuck, and Arm Point, his strongest form. His last form, the Horn Point, won't be shown until Alabasta. Chopper eventually beats Chess Marimo, and everyone notices that Wapol went inside the castle while nobody was looking. Nami leaves her room and runs into Wapol, who tries to attack her.
I must have gained weight recently. Well, I can fix that. Munch Munch Factory! I'm lean and mean.
Fuck weight loss programs. Screw eating healthy. Working out is for nerds. If you want to get in shape, you gotta eat yourself. Duh.
Luffy comes back and attacks Wapol. Then Wapol decides to use his dangerous weapon in his weapons vault, but loses the key and runs away instead. Luffy follows him up and sees Wapol getting ready to use his ultimate weapon, the Tin Titan World Crown 7 Barrel Cannon. But it's going through some maintenance at the moment. Luffy doesn't waste this opportunity. He launches Wapol up into the roof of the castle and then sends him flying. Wapol's tyranny is finally over.
You mean that person I saw flying through the air was actually Wapol? You beat him?
Dude, it's Wapol. Vivi could probably beat him. Vivi! Now here's the thing about Wapol. He's not supposed to be a threat. While he does do some terrible stuff, He's more of a joke villain that's meant to relieve some of the tension from all the drama within this arc.
Everyone comes back into the castle. While Dalton and Nami rest, Dr. Kreha takes some of the citizens to help her with a project. A while later, Luffy keeps looking for Chopper, but can't find him anywhere. The crew keeps telling him to leave Chopper alone, as he probably has his reasons for not wanting to join the crew. Chopper then appears and thanks them for saving the island, but says he can't join. Even though deep down he really wants to, Chopper doesn't feel like he belongs on their ship because he isn't human. After explaining himself and opening up, Chopper tells them that if they want to come visit, they are more than welcome to. Luffy understands, and like the calm, rational human being he is, gives the correct response.
Shut up! Let's go!
Fuck your feelings, join my crew.
Chopper finally understands that Luffy and the rest of them don't really care about all that stuff, and just see Chopper as a really cool friend to have. Also, he's a doctor, so that's really convenient too. Chopper goes to tell Dr. Kreha that he'll be joining the Straw Hats, but she's not too happy about that. Of course, Dr. Kreha is just pretending, as she's not one for sentimental goodbyes. The Straw Hats then run down the mountain like Santa on his way to deliver some presents. Where's my PS5, old man? When the gang heads towards the ship, Dr. Kreha fires a bunch of cannons into the sky, and what arrives is a miracle. After 3 decades, Heerlook's dream is finally realized. Cherry blossoms have bloomed onto Drum Kingdom, and when Chopper sees this, he breaks down into tears that can be heard across the island. While this doesn't immediately fix the problems of the island, Dalton realizes his new dream of rebuilding Drum Kingdom as a new and better nation that the people can be proud of. The Straw Hats set sail towards Alabasta and celebrate Tony Chopper joining the crew. Back on Drum Island, one of the citizens hands Dalton Luffy's bounty and mentions how after the Blackbeard pirates attacked, a man cloaked in black, who's looking for the Blackbeard pirates, asks them that if they see a man named Monkey D. Luffy, let him know that he'll be waiting for him in Alabasta for 10 days and no longer. Unfortunately, they forgot until now. Before the episode ends, Dr. Kreha looks at the wanted poster and notices Luffy's middle initial and mentions how he must also carry the Will of D. Just like Gold Roger. To be continued.
And that's all for the Drum Island arc. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole YouTube shebang, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.